Billund in Denmark. Wait a minute. No, we're not. We're still in Oslo. Right, we are now in Billund in Denmark. There is a few issues with this though. I didn't realise Billund is actually just nowhere. Basically, it's in the middle of nowhere. There was literally an airport, and there was a Legoland. Of all things put in the middle of nowhere, or in a place where there's an airport, is a Legoland, and then there's like fields and houses. Now where I am right now is in a little area in Billund called Grinstand, I think, or something like that. So there's a few roads that go down, but this is where people live. There's not really anything to do here, so I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I sort of feel like I need to get the bus and go to somewhere a bit more busy so I can find something to do, because right now there is nothing to do. Yeah, we have loads of buses here, and it's also very windy, so I apologise if you can hear that in the audio. There are a load of buses here, but I don't know where to go. Just here is where we are right now, Grinstead, however it's said, I'm not sure. Literally just got on a bus. I missed the stop in central Billund because, again, it looked like it was just in like someone's like neighbourhood. So I'm thinking about going to a nearby city. Don't know where that's going to be yet. I need to do a bit of research and then find where it's easy to go to. I just asked someone as well for like directions or like somewhere to go to see in this area in Denmark, just overall, and he's not even from Denmark, so he had no idea he was from Poland. So there's literally no one around. I'm stood in this bus station on my own right now. Yeah, where I'm going to next is a bit of a surprise to me as well as you, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to jump onto a random bus, I guess, and just try and take different places until we get to like the nearest city, which I don't know where it is, but I think the nearest city is pretty far away. I'm doing a quick Google search. Okay, so I've got about half an hour to wait for my bus, so in the meantime, we're going to just have a little look around this area, see what's about, go and try and find some food I haven't eaten for like quite a few hours now. Definitely since I left the UK. I need to get a drink as well. I've been trying to get a drink since the UK because I almost missed my flight getting here today because there was traffic on one of the motorways getting into to the airport from where I live, which basically there was a big crash. Traffic was at a standstill and literally got there just like the last person on the plane. It meant that I had to run through the airport. Airport security were taking so much longer than normal. They took like 20 minutes to check my bag, which I don't even have a lot of stuff. But they were just checking for like drugs and stuff, you know, the general airport stuff. But it took so long. Normally they're like 5 minutes, you're through, that's fine. But when I was rushing, I guess, I don't know, they thought I was suspicious, I don't know. But I literally was the last person on the plane, and I almost didn't even come here today because I almost missed my flight. So I want to make the most of what I've got today and tomorrow. So I'm going to try and find somewhere to eat while we're here. And yeah, also get a drink because I had to run through that airport. I'm really thirsty and I haven't been able to get a drink. Tried to use a vending machine at the airport just before I got on, and again it just swallowed my money. It didn't even work. Got a nice little cafe just there. Let's try this. Well, welcome to Odense. This is a city within Denmark. I've never heard of this city until today, and we've literally just got off the train. We're going to go explore. I don't know which way to go, this way or this way. They both sort of seem pretty dead, to be honest. I think there's a bit more life down this way, but we're just going to go and explore, check it out. Unfortunately, because I didn't expect Billund to be literally like a farmer's town or whatever, like it's just all fields and a few houses. I've got my hotel that's all the way back there, which means that I have to go back there today, which is like another 2-hour train journey back, but we're not going to get there until later anyway. We're just going to go and explore Odense. I think this is how it's pronounced anyway. Odense, this is where we are right now. It is miserable, it's raining. Let's go and check it out and see what the city has to offer. Okay, I've been walking around for a little bit trying to get my bearings. So far all I'm seeing is streets like this. I'm trying to find like a central point right now. I'm not sure which direction to go into. It all just seems like big roads and like places where people stay, like houses and residential areas. Doesn't seem to be a lot of tourism in this particular area, which is weird because when I googled it, it seemed like there was quite a lot for them to do. Get out the bicycle lane as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to have a look around now. Maybe I'm heading in the wrong direction again. So right now we're going down like a cycle path area. Maybe it's a big park. Maybe it's somewhere that will lead into somewhere a bit more central. Actually, it leads into a train line. All the way down there. Just right next to a train line. Or my other option is all the way down there. Neither option's good really, to be honest. I think I made the wrong turn somewhere, but we're just gonna head down this way. Maybe walk for like 5-10 minutes, see what's down there. If there's nothing, we'll go the other way. Just try and explore. There must be something around here to do. It seems like there's something more here than there was in the other place, Billund and wherever I was this morning, which is where I'm staying tonight. So, you know, that's gonna be fun. Tomorrow, I've got until 10 o'clock in the evening to do something. Maybe I should have gone Copenhagen. Maybe this is just not a good place to go for tourists. I don't know. Copenhagen seems like the place that, you know, people go. And I would have gone to Copenhagen today, but it's an extra like hour and a half from where I am now, in wherever I said we are, Odense. And it's an extra hour and a half from here, so it wasn't really going to be worth it for me to get the train all the way there, then get the train back, because I need to get the train back today. Okay, it's a train line, which is also a bridge, and it's also got another endless point down there. Okay, I've turned around. That way's a no-go. That way is just leading straight out the city. So we're gonna head back down the way we just came. We're gonna go all the way to the end, right to the main road. We're gonna go turn left, and we're just gonna follow the main road. We are here at Mintergården. As you can see, the streets are empty, almost. But we finally found something of like Danish origin, some sort of Danish building. Something that looks a little bit better than your standard block apartment or whatever a building it might be. Still though, not that busy, not that interesting to see. Like in general that was, and I guess the Mintergården, whatever that was, museum, which we're not going to go into, I guess that was, it is probably interesting. But there just isn't a lot happening. To put it into perspective, this is the third biggest city within Denmark, and it's also the biggest city within the island that I'm on, which is called Funen, I think. But this is meant to be quite a popular city, and I'm again probably in the wrong areas. I like the look of this place. It looks like a bar or something. And it's starting to rain. I should probably find cover before I get wet, because this rain is really going to destroy my hair and this camera and this mic and everything. Okay, I've just discovered and walked past a brewery by the looks of it. Anarchist. We're gonna go check this out, have a beer maybe, see what this place is like. Okay, this weather is a little bit annoying because I was hoping to be able to fly my drone, like literally right now. It's quite secluded. I'm legally allowed to here. You know, everything is ticked. I come out here. I mean, one, it's raining. It's not really raining that much at this moment. It's just spitting. I don't really know. I've never flown a drone in the rain before, so I don't really know the tolerance when it comes to rain. And it's also windy. It keeps on picking up and dying back down, so I don't really want to chance it. You know, if I get it up in the air and then all of a sudden it starts blowing away. Like, there we go, it just picked up and it's going to die down again. It's going to pick up, and I've flown my drone in less wind than this, and it's had issues of warning signs, etc. So that's a bit annoying. I might have to save my drone flying for the next place I go, which isn't until 2 weeks from now. Now I'm just constantly getting hit by spitting rain. This isn't nice. I was really hoping to fly my drone, but it's just so dull. Plan of action, I don't know what I'm doing just yet. I've been walking around this place. Honestly feel like I've seen quite a lot of this place, and still I just don't think it's a busy town or city like I was expecting it to be honest. Here we go, this wind definitely would have taken my drone out. Jesus Christ. Glad I didn't take it up. But next time maybe. I'm away again in 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to take my drone up then. Because I haven't flown my drone since episode 1, this is now episode 6. I haven't flown my drone at all this year, since 2020. Which is insane. Like, I would love to fly my drone a lot more, and I checked the laws for this place, this country in Denmark, and like the laws permit you to, as long as you're not within an airport and all these other rules, but it wasn't really a strict rule like there is in like Italy and Spain about being in a city. You can't fly, you know, just because you're in a city. There were some rules about buildings and people, but overall it just went quite as strict. You're still able to, there's just certain zones you can and can't fly. 9 times out of 10 it's just within a certain zone, especially if you're in somewhere like Copenhagen, but this isn't Copenhagen, so essentially you're okay. But because of the weather, I can't fly my drone. So maybe next time, maybe episode 7, we can bust the drone back out, get some flight. I might not even know how to fly it again, it's been that long. I don't know where we're walking. We're walking back towards where we were earlier, I think. Tell you what, we're going to go down this street because this is a street I haven't been down, and here's a sneak peek inside of the brewery. You can't see that because it's really wet on the windows, but sneak peek nonetheless. So we're going to have another look around, maybe in another direction, just to make sure we've seen everything there is to do here, and if that's the case, we'll just hop on the train and go back. Maybe on one of the stops on the way back we can have a little look, see if there's anything to do there. Otherwise it's back to farmerlands of Billund, and I forget what the name of the place was that I was earlier, but you've got Billund, then you've got like the place I was earlier with the bus stop at the beginning of this video, and you've also got this other place called Filskov or something like that. That's essentially where I'm staying. It's going to be another quiet town, another town with literally nothing. This place just feels really industrial. If you see in the background here, it's just all industrial stuff, which is why I feel like this city isn't quite as you know, for tourists as I thought it might have been. It was a hit or miss, and that's what I like about exploring different places. Even though I haven't really done a lot today, at least I've explored somewhere that I wouldn't have ever looked at on Skyscanner or on whatever website. Thought we're gonna go there and visit there. It was a bit, you know, this morning I literally looked on Google Maps and I saw this place. It wasn't too far away, it was only about 2 hours away on the train. So I just thought, why not just go to this place, see what it's like. It's the 3rd biggest city in Denmark, just so happens to be quite industrial, so I think this is why it's not really cut out for tourists. But hit or miss, this one's a bit of a miss. But like I said, it is that brewery back there. If you like doing breweries, or if you like, I don't know, touring breweries or whatever, then this one back there. They do local beer, of course. Yeah, you know, standard brewery stuff. Okay, we're taking shelter underneath this for now, which is like, I don't know, something that's got like giraffe pattern pillars, but we'll take shelter here for a second. So prices, if you wanted to know, if you're even interested in that type of thing. So the train getting here, I actually got a bus into the place that I got into earlier, which I can't remember the name of, and then I got a bus back. That was 26 crowns each way. I think 26 crowns worked out to be about £3, give or take. I think it's 9 crowns for £1 if you're British, of course. In American dollars it's probably a little bit slightly different, but it's give or take the same. So that was the buses. I think my 3rd bus actually. So I had to go back to the airport to then get a bus to transfer to go to a different station to then get on the train to come here. So on the 3rd bus, the one before I got on the train, that cost me 60 crowns, I think. Or krona, I think it's used here, but the word means crown, so yeah, 60, and I think that equated to, I don't know, like £6 or something. I've not worked it out, I'm just doing it off the top of my head. Then I got onto the train. Train was 142, I think, and that equated to be about £16. And then, yeah, everything else from there has not been too bad. The beer I had in the factory over there was £5, which was about 45 crowns. And then I've bought some food as well. So I went to McDonald's. I didn't film it because I don't like to film myself eat, because it's not really interesting content. I know quite a lot of vloggers do. I just personally don't. I just don't think it's something that's worth watching. At least at the moment anyway. Anyway, beside the point, we went to McDonald's and I bought McFlurry, some fries and a drink, and that cost me, I think it was like 30 crowns or something. I can't remember exactly. I think it was about 30 crowns. And finally I just went to a supermarket. I just bought some bananas, some carrots, muffin, little bits just for like the hotel later on if I actually manage to make it to my hotel, because it is too far away from here. I can't guarantee I'll even make it there. I bought some little bits for the hotel just so you know, I have something to eat just in case I need to, and I was trying to keep a little bit healthy just because I need to start eating healthier. And I think if I can remember correctly, that cost me as well 30 crowns. So again, it's not too expensive. But I am down to like almost nothing, but luckily most places accept card, but some places only accept Danish cards and not like British cards or whatever. So just got to be careful you don't try and pay for your card in somewhere that only accepts Danish card, otherwise you'll be a bit stuck. My shoes are getting ruined. This is a common sight in Odense from what I've seen, more on the outskirts. We've just got building sites happening all over the place, which could be a good thing eventually. It'll lead to new housing, but just for now it's a little bit not nice to walk through, shall we say. Luckily I wore shoes that I didn't care if I get muddy or ruined them, because I knew it was going to be raining somewhat, so I decided to wear shoes that were a bit cheaper. Still nice shoes, they're probably my comfiest shoes that I have, but I'm trying to balance on the walkway now to avoid these puddles. But these shoes are nice, but they're cheap. Yeah, that makes sense. Here we're trying to balance on here just to avoid these puddles. But this ends anyway just here. And if you wanted to walk through, take a step through this really nicely placed walkway in the middle, whereas when you go down, oh, there's a little puddle on the floor, but you could just avoid that. You could probably jump over this one right here. Let's go ahead and just sort of walk through, and you could just do that for the rest. Oh my god. Yeah. I was literally caught 2 minutes ago on that side, and there's this huge puddle. Very good. So that's why I had to walk all the way around there. I didn't plan on even seeing this area right here. I just happened to walk through it. I was a minute ago like over there somewhere walking through a park area. Just so happens this was right next to it. Again, eventually this might be nice. This might lead into like building houses and stuff. But for now it's a little bit derelict, a little bit earthy. Obviously building sites aren't the cleanest. All around there are just these buildings that seem to be abandoned and not really like livable, or at least nobody living there right now. Over there's some nice houses that I think people are living in, but I guess this is what happens when you come to a town which is quite industrialized. I went to one in Sweden, Västerås. It's the name of a city near Stockholm. And we went there because there was a really cool water park, but in Västerås, apart from that water park, there wasn't really anything. Similar to this place really, but Västerås was a lot more industrialized. There was so many more like industrial buildings, chimneys and build, whatever they do. So this reminds me a little bit of that, but not this whole city is like that. Which way are we going? I completely forgot which way we're going. Okay, lost my train of thought a little bit. Forgot my directions. I think I'm going the right way, but I'm not sure. Because I'm making my way back to the train station because there's nothing to do here really. This type of city just reminds me of that city in Sweden, Västerås. It was just a lot of industrial buildings and stuff. This is where people come to work as opposed to come to live and, you know, whatever. I've seen the majority of it, at least I've been to the central of this place, and I've walked around the outskirts a little bit as well. Though it's a big place, I feel like I've seen about as much life I'm going to see here. It must get so many Chinese tourists to come here in order to have half their signs in Chinese. Look at how uneven this building is. I literally just walked down a random alleyway and I see this. I don't know if you can see that well on the camera. That's got a really good bow to it. Just there you can see. Wind picks up as soon as I start this clip. Well, this is the last stop before we head on the train back to the Billund area. We're on a bridge. There's a big needle. I wouldn't say statue, but thing holding up the bridge basically. And this goes over the train station. You can't go on this side really because it's a bicycle lane. I figured I'd just walk on this bridge quickly, go over, and possibly walk back to get my train. Well, actually, you can go straight down on the platform via these lifts, which is really convenient. So I don't actually have to walk back down and back up and over the bridge again to go on the platforms that I need to go on. I still need to buy my ticket though. I'm going to show you how to buy a ticket. It's quite easy. If you're ever here in Denmark, then it will help you out hopefully. Okay, so this is the ticket machine. Come over to it. You can do in your language if it's in your option. Get a ticket. Once you find your station, select it. One adult, pay now. And then your price is there. Add the basket. And then you pay. Ticket's been printed. Do not forget to pick them up. One ticket to where I need to go. 146 kroner. And a receipt. So I get onto the train thinking I was on the right train, obviously going to where I need to go. Person on the train said I was on the wrong train, asked for me to get off, and they asked me to get off at this station. What a weird name for a station. Anyway, I don't know where the hell I am. I don't know where I need to go. And there's no information about where I do need to go. I'm on one of the final stretches. I'm on the bus. We have a 45-minute ride, 25 stops until we get to the airport. When we get to the airport, we then need to get another bus to then go to the little town which I'm staying at in the hotel. I think currently it's been like 2 hours travel. There's going to be like another hour on top altogether, 3 hours travel. I don't mind, but it's a bit long when I've already flown for 2 hours, and yeah, all the travelling I've done today is mad to think about. But we're on the bus right now and we're just chilling. I'm reviewing the clips from today. Okay, he just clipped the wheel. I've just been reviewing the clips from today. Hopefully everything's okay. I'll have to wait and see when I get into editing it. Okay, so outside it's raining and I've just come to this really small village where my hotel is. The only reason I'm inside is because this door, which was originally locked, has the keys in the door. I think this is my bed and breakfast, but I'm not too sure. I just out by chance tried this key and it worked. I don't know, this bed and breakfast is in a bit of a weird place. I don't know which room is mine. There's no one here, there's no checkout. There's no light. I don't know why. There's just TVs laying about everywhere. Basic. I don't know if I'm meant to be here. There's probably other people here as well, which is why I'm whispering. I don't want to wake them up. I've got room 45. That's it. This is just a cupboard for like towels and stuff. Oh, I thought maybe there'd be someone to show me what to do or where to go. There's no reception in this building. The keys are just in that door there. Let me give you a quick tour of the outside. I'm going to put my hood up. You're going to get a quick tour outside if you can see it. If not, it's going to be in tomorrow's vlog or whatever. Okay, you can't see it that well. I really don't know if I'm meant to take these keys. Should we try room 45? It's locked.
Yes. You come with a taxi?
Yeah, he dropped me off just outside here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Scheiße Wetter, huh?
Sorry?
Rain.
Oh, yeah. Does it normally rain in Denmark like this? All the time?
Nah,
No?
not normal.
Do you normally get like snow and frost?
This is not normal.
Really?
Maybe next week they come. I don't know.
Yeah, in UK it's been the same. Normally we get a lot colder, and recently it's not been that cold.
Yes. And you come from England?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
From near Oxford.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Come you flying to Billund airport?
Just to check out the area. It was a cheap flight.
It's okay, yeah.
I thought Billund was bigger. I thought it was a city.
Yes, okay.
But yeah, it turns out there's like nothing there apart from Legoland.
Oh, this is not open. The Lego house is open.
I'm whispering now because I'm in somebody's house. It's a bed and breakfast. I don't really know what to expect because I've never had a bed and breakfast before, but turns out at least this one is in someone's house. I don't know, I just thought it was like a cheap hotel or something, which I guess it is. This is a bit more like Airbnb or couch surfing or something like that. I've got my own bed. Actually, I've got 2 beds in this room, and it's nice. It's just in someone's house. So, yeah, that was a weird one. Where I went was a completely different building. I wasn't even meant to be there. So I just went inside a random building. That was the building I was having a look in. Yeah, but the guy came and picked me up, so he's a nice guy, and he brought me here, where I was actually meant to come. So yeah, interesting one. Been an interesting day, sort of just exploring, like Denmark, I guess, exploring the areas and seeing what's about. Every single person I've spoken to says that Billund is not a place to come for tourists, unless you come in the summer, then, but all they have is a Legoland, which I had no idea. So I probably won't be coming to Billund again, but they all recommend Copenhagen, and they all recommend, I can't say it, this word here, they all recommend that, because it's the Copenhagen is the biggest city in Denmark. This place is the second biggest city in Denmark. The third biggest is the one I went today. But they say that one's not too good. Say it's not good for tourists again. So I just had pretty bad luck in terms of places to go. But I've been there and I've experienced them, and now I know. So it's still an experience. It's all about travelling and seeing new things regardless of whether it works out or not. So it's not like I regret it. It's just I know for next time, fly to Copenhagen and see more of the touristy areas, maybe. Anyway, all that aside, I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I don't know if there's enough to even make a vlog. The area that I'm in right now is literally almost middle of nowhere. So we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But yeah, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I always forget to say this, but if you guys enjoy the content, if you guys want to follow me on my social media, it's down in the description below. My Twitter, my Instagram. That's all I've got, apart from YouTube. Yeah, just go and follow those, and that would be very much appreciated. Help my Twitter, because my Twitter account is very dead and there's no activity on there. And the same for this channel as well. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. But yeah, Denmark's been a weird one. Yeah, again, I've enjoyed it, but I wish I would have done more with this time. But how was I meant to know what was, unless you've been somewhere before, you don't know what's there. So it's hit and miss, as today was more of a miss. I'm going to leave it there anyway. I think that's today over with. It's currently, I think, about 9 or 10. And I had to get taxi to this place. I am that now, so I had to spend even more money. I'm now completely moneyless. I've got no more cash. Which means, again, for tomorrow, I don't know how much I can do. But we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. This guy said he would maybe be able to drive me somewhere. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, thank you all for watching the video. I'm going to leave it there. Catch you next time in the next vlog. Which hopefully will be soon. And this is not focusing in. Please focus. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace out.